It's round. It's about 1.5 centimetres across. It's covered in green velvet, and I think I might possibly have lost it here at the station the last time I was here. Maybe.
And this is a
button.
A button?
Yes, a button off my coat.
And you lost it here?
Yes. Maybe.
And you've come here to...
Well, to see if anyone might have handed it in.
Oh.
You see, it's not the kind with the 4 holes. It's the kind with a little prong thing at the back.
A what?
It's a little prong thing. They're not as good as holes. That's probably why it dropped off.
Oh.
So do you have it?
No.
Look, you haven't looked?
Well, we don't have any buttons.
Why not?
Well, they don't get handed in.
Why not?
They just don't.
I'm sorry, but I just can't believe that you don't have any buttons. You hear all these stories about all the crazy things that end up in lost property offices. False arms, dead people, cockatiels. Well, you have those things. You try and find their owners.
Well, cockatiels aren't buttons.
Well, buttons are a lot more commonly lost than cockatiels.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. We can try and find the owner of a cockatiel, but we can't exactly spend our time trying to trace the owner of a button.
You don't have a procedure in place?
Oh, there's probably, I don't know, thousands of them lost every day. There's no way of knowing who they belong to.
You could put them on a register and cross-match them by material and colour. You could DNA test them. You could activate their tracking devices.
Well, can't you just put another button on your coat?
Oh, look, that's not the point.
Oh.
Look, this isn't just a lot of fuss over a button, you know. This is the principle of the matter. The button was on my coat. I bought the coat. I own the button. The button was my property. You, in not restoring the button to me or showing any interest in even trying to find the button, you're violating my statutory rights.
Right. Well, if you'd like to fill in this form, we'll let you know if anything turns up.
Somewhere, there are just slightly less than 1,440 buttons that will all at some point in my life belong to me and will all at some point get lost. I'm not just going to sit back and let that happen.
Yeah, well, this is the form.
I am not just going to sit back and die a buttonless, childless old woman.
Well, we don't get any buttons. They're too small.
I'm a fighter. I'm not going to be defeated by misogynist government plot to keep me at home alone for the rest of my life. Too small?
Look, I think that...
Look, don't you keep anything small?
Well, yes, we do.
Well, like what?
Well, all sorts. There's a section.
A section?
Yeah, a small things section in the back.
So, you have a section for small things, but you haven't checked it for my button?
Look, we don't have any buttons. We just don't get any buttons.
Ever?
Ever.
Because they never get handed in?
That's right.
Well, so what stuff does get handed in?
Oh, all sorts. Well, it's not really a section. It's actually just a drawer.
Look, can I see it?
Well, if you want.
Well, if you don't mind.
I don't.
This is a Lego brick. Someone will hand in a Lego brick, but they won't hand in a button. I can't get my head round this. I just can't get my head round this at all. There's rings, watches, bracelets. There's one earring. There's a replica Roman coin. There's a plastic dinosaur. There's... What's this? a tooth? Good grief, who hands in a tooth? God, look, it's such a mess. You'd have thought it would be better organised. This is a pebble. Someone has handed in a pebble.
I know. It's been here for years. As long as I've been working here. I often wonder if anyone's ever missed it.
Oh, they might have.
I think it's beautiful.
I do too.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you can keep it.
I can?
Yes.
Oh.
Have you...
Have I what?
Well, have you ever considered a zip?
A zip?
Well, that might help.
I've never thought about it.
Or even,
Yes?
well, like a big scarf kind of swooshed around.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, you know, people, well, not girls, women, they sort of drape it and swoosh it. It might be an option if buttons are proven to be a problem.
It's novel.
Buttons are tricky, I suppose, but there are other alternatives.
Maybe there are. I'll have to look into it. Thank you. I should go.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep an eye out for your button, but I wouldn't hold out much hope.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I will keep an eye out.
Thanks.
Bye then.